Hello and welcome everyone to the Positivity Vibe Tribe space. And it is our community space today. And we are talking about abundance mindset. So super excited and looking forward to seeing you all here in the space. Oh, hey, we have Lance already has arrived. Lance and Karen. That means that Karen is right there. So awesome. Excited to see you both here in the Positivity Vibe Tribe space. And we have Ron has arrived. Okay, let's get you loaded up here, Ron. And Dr. M has arrived. So let's get you set. Hey, Ron, how are you?
I'm doing very well. How are you, Indra?
Truly blessed today.
Yes, I saw that live stream. I liked it. It was great.
Thank you. Awesome. It's wonderful to be here in this space. And hey, guys, welcome, Dr. M. How are you?
Hi, Indra. Doing well. I'm going to load up this nest for us, and we can get started.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Okay. All right. So today is Abundance Mindset. And, oh, awesome. Rev has arrived. Looking forward to it. And welcome, everybody who's arriving in the space. Always wonderful to see your faces. Everybody here. How are you, Rev?
I'm good. I'm out amongst the people, so
wow.
But I'm grabbing a little lunch and taking a break in between all of these fancy people that use Lyft, to get around town, and I'm having a blast actually. So
I love it. Well, awesome. Okay, love it. Love to hear that you are having a blast always. And because today is our community space, we are going to invite people up very early in the piece. So request to speak as soon as you feel like you want to jump in. And we are going to start this show on the road. Also, it would be a great time to tweet out the space because we never know who may want to hear some discussions and words of wisdom in this very space and who could benefit, especially on the topic of abundance mindset, which is, I think it's one of our favorite. And it has been an abundance mindset week with both our guests this week. So ultra exciting. And thank you so much, Dr. M, for loading up that nest. Yes. So let's tweet out the space. I'm going to do the official tweet out. And you guys talk amongst yourself. If you can.
Sure. Yeah, it's funny, Indra, this whole thing about the tweeting out the space. We have learning curves as human beings. Usually, you make one mistake, you learn to say, hopefully you don't make the same mistake third, fourth time. For some reason, I don't know what it is, but I cannot seem to remember to tweet out the space. So you always have to tell me.
Okay. Well, we are creatures of habit, and there's always a lot going on when you're in the space. So, the good thing is that we do remind each other as a team, and we're able to get the space out. More people are able to come in, but yeah, why is it a strange thing?
I know.
It's just hitting that blue button, actually, and you don't even have to say anything, right?
Right. And I should remember that every time. For some reason, it's like I've never had this problem before where it's like the learning curve is just like, I'm on like number 20. I still haven't learned.
Well, then I'm here to remind everybody. And we are in a community space, so that is amazing. These are some of my favorite spaces, and I loved what you tweeted out, what we were tweeting about yesterday about hearing voices of the community, because we don't have to be talking just all the time about what we love to talk about and all these topics. Of course we can. You guys. Right. And me probably talk for hours on these topics, right? But
right, but it's
but we love to hear their voices. So I love that you posted that yesterday.
absolutely, yeah. And I remember clearly being in the community spaces and feeling so accepted and felt the inclusion of the space, and always made me feel better.
Right, exactly. Rev, what are your favorite things about having these community spaces?
Well, I think in general, for me, the best thing about the community spaces is just the camaraderie, having friends come in. You know, somebody's having a crappy day, and all you gotta do is come into the Vibe Tribe, and you can vibe your way into a better day sometimes, or at least adjusting your mindset maybe a little higher than you did coming in. So, yeah, I definitely just like the people. I like the people. Like, go amongst the people, Ron.
That's right. That's right, man.
All good. And I know that Dr. M is busy with a patient at the moment, so he may chime in a little bit later. But thank you so much, Dr. M, because as usual, he has loaded up that nest, everybody, at
In record time.
Incredible speed. He is the nest loader. I mean, I just don't know when.
Doctor, get that nest loaded stick.
And this is exactly what has just happened. So yes, welcome everybody to the Positivity Vibe Tribe who've just joined us. This is a community space, so go ahead and request the mic. We'd love to hear your voices. This is what it's all about, and the topic today is abundance mindset. So love to chat with you guys, hear voices, hear thoughts on abundance mindset, and also tweet out the space. And what we do is this fun thing that we started doing a few weeks ago is we're going to pick somebody at random. Either Dr. M or Ron will pick somebody, and then they're going to read out and highlight your profile to the rest of the space. So it's just kind of a way, it's a small thing, and it's a small way that we can say thank you for tweeting out the space and sharing it with others. And then it's also another way that other people can get to know you in this space, because there's a lot of amazing people in this space. And I see a lot of you from the community. So love all of that. So while we're here, let's head up to the space, since Dr. M has loaded up so nicely as he does. And the very first thing up there in the space, and when I took, the nest, I should say, the nest is the dots above Dr. M and Rev's heads. So click on those. And the first thing is, hey everyone, I'm excited to announce the exclusive Super Followers VIP Club is now available. And it's a monthly paid subscription. And you get some exclusive content. So what could you look forward to with exclusive VIP content? Well, first release on any of my video content, well ahead of everybody else. Secondly, the spaces that I'm creating are specifically designed for you guys to have fun. One of them is a Ask Me Anything kind of a space where we are going to cover any topic that you want to ask me about in my career as a model, a TV host, as a film and television producer. Any of those questions are going to be up for grabs. And I'm also going to bring some of my buddies from the business into those spaces. So many of my friends are working on the lots, the studios here, and so I'm going to bring them in to these spaces. We're going to have some exclusive chats about things, and then also I do have an extensive network in the music industry as well. So I'm going to bring a lot of these amazing people into those exclusive spaces. So that's the new monthly paid subscription that you can sign up for on my profile page if you click the pink button and fill out the info. And then next we have the Positivity Vibe Tribe community. So if you're not a member of this amazing, beautiful community, and I see many people here are members of the community, hit the button and the link and join. And if you're wrestling with the nest, send me a DM, Dr. M or Ron, and we'd be happy to send you a private invitation to the Positivity Vibe Tribe community. And then the next thing, wow, up in the nest, is thank you so much to our sponsors for this show, Wordsmith Pakistan. And their contact information is up there if you are looking for some help and support with creating beautiful content for your social media accounts. So they even did the flyer for today. So check that out. And then one of the other things up in the nest is my YouTube video on abundance mindset. So it's a 10-minute and under take on my thoughts about abundance mindset. So there we have it. Let's make an official start to the show. So here we go, everybody, and welcome to the new people that just popped into the space. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Positivity Vibe Tribe space. I'm Indra Bartona, a producer in the film and television industry and a TV host. Originally from the Gold Coast, Australia, lived in London for several years, now based in Los Angeles. A little bit of background on Positivity Vibe Tribe. I started my YouTube channel in June last year with a positive vibe lifestyle theme, and Positivity Vibe Tribe became my personal brand. Positivity Vibe Tribe Twitter Spaces is a natural evolution to bridge the gap between all social media platforms and bring them to life with conversations, most importantly, with all of you here in the space. So the topics that we talk about in Positivity Vibe Tribe Spaces are self-care, gratitude, mindfulness, law of attraction, meditation, affirmations, of course, abundance mindset, and so much more. And I'm joined by my co-host today, Dr. M, a physician and founder of ThoughtWorks, a development accelerator, and social audio guru, RevMac Live, plus our very own community moderator, Ron Perry, who is a musician and podcaster. And on that note, guys, we are looking for more moderators for our incredible, thriving, growing community of over 6,300 members. So if you are interested in being a moderator, just send me a DM and love to chat with you about the possibility, because we are looking for amazing people to join our Positivity Vibe Tribe team PVT. Okay, so on that note, let's kick off the space. I'd like to go through the team first. Ron, did you have any thoughts on this abundance mindset journey that we have had this week with guests, with an amazing group of people in the spaces? What are some of your thoughts about this journey?
Right. I think it's just to go through life with an abundance mindset is to walk through life with positivity. It's to see that, of course, we have the resources for everyone to have plenty, and that's going to affect you in terms of not allow you to love more instead of, because a scarcity mindset can definitely lead to prejudice or even hate. And so it's just it's a sign of a emotionally intelligent person, I think, and it's as the book is one of the for one of the characteristics of a very effective person, successful. And so, I think Izabella, our guest yesterday, who's extremely, I didn't realize her mentorship by Jim Brown, and then when I heard that, I thought, it makes sense, because every time she's been on there, it's been like, whoa, it's like it's an energy, but it's just that, and it is an energy, and she exemplifies that spirit, and it's a contagious, it's infectious, and even if you don't understand, if you didn't understand what she was talking about, you would know just by the tone and the delivery of her speech and how positive it is that it's just it's apparent there. So, and she's a great example for everyone to have listened to. If you haven't listened to it yesterday, please, I advise you to please listen to it.
Thanks so much, Ron. Rev, what are your thoughts about this week and this journey of abundance mindset? It certainly has been a jam-packed week of abundance mindset.
Indeed, I think. Oh, look, Izabella's here. Hey, ciao, Bella. I think having the ability to find out where your mindset is, like, I kind of know that I'm a pretty positive person, so I kind of think that my default position is definitely an abundance mindset, but that is so based on my cultural history, my personal history, my family's history, that even when I'm lacking, sans funds, I still always kind of have this mindset of abundance, and I'm happy that I do, because if I didn't, I'm not sure, what my attitude might be, because I know I'm capable, and I expect to get a result from that capability, and that's a big part of that is having an abundance mindset.
I love that, Rev, and I think the important thing that you mentioned is that you said, "I know I'm capable," and that's also about believing in yourself and having that self-belief that we can still achieve and survive. Better than survive, we can actually, I'm going to replace that word, thrive in any situation. Love that. Dr. M is probably still with a patient, so he's going to come back, I'm sure, and chime in when he can. But let's move over to some of our guests here in the space, and I want to start with, I believe Ravi was one of the first people here. So welcome, Ravi, to the Positivity Vibe Tribe space. And did you have some thoughts on abundance mindset you wanted to share? Okay, we'll come back to Ravi a bit later. Nino is next. Welcome, Nino, to the Positivity Vibe Tribe space. No stranger to the space. Nino, are you free to talk in the space? Okay, can somebody put some emojis up if you can hear me speaking?
We can. I'm thinking that they've probably found the back room, green room party, right? Okay, everybody come out. What party is back there? Like, you're speakers, you're not co-hosts. Okay, leave me some of the food. All right, get up here and talk. Contribute to the conversation. Tell us about your abundance mindset, or your lack of abundance mindset, and how you plan on shifting it. Nino, are you there? Nino.
Actually, I think Nino fell off. Okay. Oh no, he's still there.
Well,
No,
Beth
he's
or
still
Lance, are you you guys even in the building?
there. Lance, go ahead.
Hello, Indra. Hello, Dr. M, Rev, Noble Ron. I have Karen here with me as well.
Yay. Hello, Karen.
Hello, Indra, my dear. How are you? And the whole PV team sounds just great. And I'm so happy to be here with Lance and you all.
We're truly blessed, Karen, and even more so blessed because you are here with Lance. Awesome. We love having you guys in the space, and thank you both for being such amazing community members and posting so many wonderful things consistently. As many of the people in this space, wow, I'm looking at all the members from the community, and it just warms my heart. So thank you so much. Lance, I know you're going to have some thoughts on abundance mindset.
Absolutely. So with abundance mindset, I liked what Noble Ron had to say with walking through life with positivity, and I just love it because I remember when I was out and about lately, and there's some people down in our block that are just not in the abundance mindset. So how do you get a person to go from non-abundance mindset into an abundance mindset? They were one day asking me why I had a big poster in our mall giving free hugs. And I said, well, everybody has the right to feel loved and nurtured. So I said, why should we feel like we're in a community where we're going through awkward situations? And I like what you said, Indra, about we can take any situation, we can thrive. It gets people to believe more into themselves and what's going on there.
I love that idea of encouraging people to thrive, because that's really what we are here for. Is all of us deserve to thrive in this life, and that is truly the abundance mindset.
There's other things that I've done in my life, like life is abundant in itself. It's like anything can happen any current time at any current day. So this is where I started creating for myself, called the abundance bank in your life. So what the abundance bank in your life is everything that you've achieved or have in your life and what you're truly grateful for. You can put all this stuff into a wonderful abundance bank. It just reminds you of where you've come from, how far what you do have, how far you've come in your life and in the journey that it is. So.
Okay, what is amazing about that is it is actually capturing a lot of gratitude in the like the essence of gratitude is captured in the abundance bank of life. So that is really, that's a beautiful thing, Lance. And I think we could all think about that, of just gathering up this bank. And I think all of our cups would just be overflowing if we did that. And I'm sure you find that for yourself as well.
Absolutely. When we believe more and more into ourselves and capture every moment, we have that silver lining.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. Go ahead. Yeah. Sorry.
That's good. Because our mindset is everything, or else it is nothing. It's like I remember with my old judo teacher way back. I've done different various martial arts. And they would always say, staying in the right amount of the abundance mindset, staying in gratitude. They say it's not so much about perfecting your spiritual movements of judo. It was so much about practice until it becomes permanent, until you take the right types of mechanics and precision. So then it's more than just a martial art; it's martial science.
Gosh, that's incredible. Yeah, that's really incredible. And I bet those same principles could be shared across different activities. Like even like dancing, like painting, other exercise regimes. So
Anything
many different. Right.
Yeah,
that's right. So it's about finding these little mind hacks, right? To find those little paths. I'm going to come back to you, Lance, because this is, I'm sure you're going to be able to chime in on some other stuff here in the space. But
absolutely.
Wow, I love those things. I think we're all thinking about some of the bombs that you just dropped of mind.
Awesome.
We're all sitting here going, whoa, Lance, you are on fire today, my friend.
Must be the good kombucha with great conversation in the PVT where we're vibing and thriving in the tribe.
We are vibing, thriving, and we're just growing in abundance in this tribe. And kombucha is one of my favorite things, and I actually make it every 2 weeks. I make my own kombucha and flavor it.
When you're not spilling it all over the kitchen. And
oh, you know about that? Oh my gosh, it exploded.
It did. And,
yes.
And Ron and I have just started an abundance bank, and with every deposit, your first deposit, you get a free toaster. So
Whoa, there it is.
There you go. That is going to change your life, that free toaster, right, Ron?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, and on that note, everybody, because we are sitting in this abundant space, please tweet out the space. This is the time to share this amazing space out with the world. And again, we have this new thing where we will choose somebody and highlight and read out their profile. And Lance was the last person that we did that with. So everybody just share it out and let's have an abundance of people in this space, shall we? Let's get that vibe going. All right, over to Nino.
What is going on, Indra? I just wanted to say, you're always thanking me whenever I share this space or about, what you're about. And I really appreciate that. Because, as of right now, let's see, the first week of July where I worked, my boss closed the business down permanently, and it was abrupt. And it's the first time in 23 years where I, have to look for a job. So obviously the anxieties and, the unknown. But what I've been doing with my days is utilizing my time where I'll go into a space for like about an hour. And then, I try to make an effort to come in here because like I stated before, when it came to your space prior to losing my job, I was going through personal issues when it came to my brother and just, the negativity, things that he did where we weren't at a good place. And you actually brought me out of that negative state into the positive. And I actually just DM'd you, like I would definitely be interested about being a moderator. If whenever you have time, I definitely would be interested in that. But also when it comes to me being in that negative state, what I was finding out around me is that sometimes you are the light for others, because people would come up to me and they would see, because I've always been in a positive, mindset and, trying to give out that vibe. And the beginning of this year, whoever I engage with in the real world, if I see that someone's going through some issues, even if I don't know them, I give them that positive vibe, and I give that positivity, love, and prosperity and good health to those people. And 100%, they would tell me, Nino, we need more people like you. We need more people that are bringing out the positivity, because the negativity, I don't know, but it seems like it's so much louder. And I'm like, you know what? We know it's there, right? We all have our issues. But listen, if you're in this space here for the first time, you are not alone. There's people like Indra. This is why I'm here. And for me, it's like, you know what? You don't have to do it by yourself. There's plenty of good people. When it comes to Twitter, you know what? Utilize the resources that are in these spaces. And just make those genuine connections. And I just wanted to say thank you to you, Indra, and then also to the two co-hosts, because I appreciate what you guys are doing, because it's time and I value people's time. So thank you again for always putting me on the floor here, and then also giving me those positive vibes back. I really appreciate that. And right now I'm doing a couple of things around the house, but I am going to be listening. Now, if you want, I could come down so you can have other speakers up here, okay? So I'm going to do that now. But guys, listen, retweet the room. And if you're not following these people, the doctor and the other co-hosts, listen, do it. Don't waste any time. Be part of a community that help each other. Thank you.
Wow, thank you, Nino. I'm for those generous words. I'm so humbled every time that you speak in the space, and I really appreciate that the Positivity Vibe Tribe is making a difference. And sometimes we weren't even aware, like, how much of a difference that we can make just by holding these spaces consistently for everyone. And especially, I'm hoping that everybody, also in the community, by going to the the community and having those posts and having that inspiration. And I've seen how when some people are having a little bit of a, a difficult time, they others will lift them up. And the thing is, sometimes they don't even disclose the full thing. They just sort of say, hey, I'm having a really bad day, and any words of support or wisdom, and suddenly all these people just jump in and support. So I can't take all the credit for this, for the Positivity Vibe Tribe. It is a community, and it is truly a community in every sense of the word. So let's go to our next speaker, Ravi. Are you available, Ravi, to speak? And welcome to the Positivity Vibe Tribe space.
I don't think Ravi will talk because I know him. He just listens, and he asks for the speaker, and then he feels nice, or they look, he has already left. So I know him. So chill, no problem. Yeah.
Okay, so it looks like he's sitting in the listeners now. That's okay. Ravi, you're welcome to come back anytime up to the speakers and speak, because we love to hear new voices also in the space. So Dee is next. Welcome to the Positivity Vibe Tribe space on
Hi,
abundance.
Indra. Yes, I just want to also encourage people because I was also having a really difficult time getting myself out there and speaking to others. So I want to encourage others to do the same with their own, whatever it is that they have, their businesses, whatever they're doing. And with that, I basically started to create this vision in my mind to connect to light and connect to the higher power, and also the vibration and the emotions that come with that. And so that was a muscle that I needed to work with, and doing that every day. And like Lance was saying, it was like working that muscle, working at it, and continuing to work with the connection and the vibration and the emotions that come around with that, because those emotions sometimes can take you in a different direction. So I really worked with that, and the abundance started to flow. The people started to connect. What I was sharing was clear, and it came across, and people understood, and it was very, very powerful. And I got new clients from all of that too. So it was very, very powerful, and it showed up. It was also very visible, in the real world. So really connecting to our emotions and the vibration of those emotions is very powerful to create that abundance mindset. Thank you, Indra.
Thank you so much, V, for sharing, and thank you for being such a wonderful member of the community. Okay, so our next person in line is Babu. Welcome to the Positivity Vibe Tribe. And what are your thoughts on abundance mindset, or if you've been present listening to some of our previous spaces on abundance mindset?
Good morning, good afternoon, and somewhere maybe good evening. This is my first time, and I was listening to the gentleman. What is that? Nino. God bless you, Nino. And you helped the space in a good, positive way. My call is coming, but I can speak. Can everybody listen to me?
Actually, we're just, it's like you've just kind of gone down to a lower level of, we can still hear you.
I will come back. No rush. I am
okay.
outside. It's fine. Thanks.
Sure. If you want to sit there and come back. Thank you. Okay. So let's go to Pradeep. Welcome to the Positivity Vibe Tribe. And what are your thoughts on abundance mindset?
Well, I have also come for the first time because I like the word that you had written, Positivity Vibe Tribes. I said, okay, let me go and check. And then you said you can talk about yourself, you want to know people and so many other things. So I said, let me join and see how I can contribute or learn whatever. So that's it for the time being, because you are talking about how to be positive. So I would like to know before I say anything, because I know, yes, I'm very, very positive in life and I help others. That's what I do. And even in spaces also, I have my spaces where we just talk. We name it as, just like that, or conversation, baatcheet. And then we talk and we talk about anything. So if that helps people, they say we feel comfortable in the spaces because, there you don't have to prove your intelligence. You have to just be yourself and then talk. So that's the comfort level they get in my spaces. And that's it. So I had seen that positivity vibe tribe is there. So I said, okay, let me also join if I can contribute something. So you go further. And if you want, you said you talk about yourself. You want me to talk about myself? Is that the...
How it applies to abundance mindset. The topic today is about abundance mindset. So we're reflecting on, for those people that have attended the previous spaces, and then also thoughts on abundance mindset is the topic today. So
yeah, how I can improve myself or how I improved my lifestyle. That's what you want to know?
It's about abundance mindset. So how you have been going along the path of abundance mindset, and just how you heard kind of some of the examples, like Lance was sharing about how he has created a abundance mindset for himself. So also, to help and share ideas with others if you have them, or if you want to ask some questions.
No. I definitely I have them, because my life was, lots of...
Yeah,
Yep,
well,
sure.
Pradeep, just make it kind of like Rev says, like a quick 1.5 minutes to 2
okay,
minutes.
Sure.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you.
Yeah, because my life has also gone through a lot of ups and downs, and then what I read, that whatever I had learned, that accept the reality, whatever is there, whatever is going through, you are going through, just accept the truth. If it is there, good or bad. If it's bad, even then accept it, and your problem stops there. The day I started doing that, my life changed, because I accepted even if it was wrong, and I started from there on, and things changed like so much, because then I had so much to give to people instead of receiving that I didn't have that, this is not good for me, this is not, I'm not born with this, or I'm this or that, so many other complexes. The day I accepted the truth, this is me, and from here I'll have to move forward, and that changed my life. And instead of receiving things from people, or receiving happiness, or that way I can be happy, I started giving happiness. And that changed everything around me, in my business, in my theater, in whatever I do. I just remain happy, and this is me. And always there are room for improvement. You can improve from whatever you are. So once I accepted that, I'm still trying. I'm almost 70, but I still try, and I'm learning. I'm singing also. I do theater also. I might make a film. Within 2 days, I'll have the meeting with the director, and we can decide on the story, and still we can do that. I'm doing business. I am helping people. So whatever way, I'm giving it back to the society, back to the humanity, back to the people. And that makes me happy. And that, I feel, has made my life full, abundance in my life. In whichever way, by giving, not by receiving. Thank you. That's all.
Thank you so much. And I think that's an amazing thing that we can all do, which is not to think of the lack or the scarcity in our life, but to focus in on all that we already have, and starting with the small things and focusing on a gratitude attitude. I think that's a really wonderful thing. And I know that Lance was also mentioning that earlier in the abundance bank, which I just love that term. It can make all of us feel rich, truly rich. So let's go to the next speaker that we have. Riz, welcome to the Positivity Vibe Tribe. And what are your thoughts on abundance mindset?
Hello, I'm Riz, and really, I'm on a journey to abundance mindset. What put me there was I was able to come into terms as far as me not being able to move on my left side of my body. So my body at that time is still currently healing from that. So I realized the little things in life as far as being able to blink and smile, move your arms, scratch yourself. That was my journey to abundance. I'm still on that path, but little steps means miles. So that's my journey as far as abundance mindset. I'm still on it. I'm just grateful to be alive. That's my abundance mindset. And it really got to stop and think about, just being grateful for the little things, even seeing the birds move and the trees move back and forth, just the vision itself, just little stuff, being able to swallow, being able to talk. And for me, my mindset changed the minute I had my stroke and I had to learn over everything. So I was really taken back by, what I took for granted. You don't know what you have until it's gone. So when I see people walking, even just getting off the curb, and it's like no big deal, second nature to them. It's like, wow, they're really blessed. And it's just like, sometimes you forget that on that path because you're on your own schedule, little stuff like that makes me realize how much I took for granted and how much I appreciate it more now that I'm limited on what I can do. But the only thing I can do is keep this mindset, which keeps me going and grateful for little things I didn't see before. I see it clearly now. And it's unfortunate. You got to lose to gain in life, unfortunately. I found out the hard way, but I'm still on that journey. But thank you for allowing me to share. This is my first time as well.
Hey, welcome, Riz, to the Positivity Vibe Tribe space. And we love to hear first-time speakers in the space. If I haven't mentioned that earlier to the other speakers also, that it's been their first time speaking. We just love to hear voices and get to know you all. So welcome, welcome. And what an incredible journey. And I think the lesson that, I'm certainly just taking on quite a lesson that you just shared is don't wait for something bad to happen, for something tragic to happen, for something life-threatening to happen. Be grateful now for this moment that we have right here. Everybody, we are here amongst an abundance of wonderful people right here in this space. This has been the choice that you've made to be here amongst this family, this community, this Positivity Vibe Tribe community. We are all here, and there is so much support and love and positivity in here. And just realize that the smallest little things, as you just heard Riz mention, just to take a step up onto the pavement is an incredible thing that we are able to do, that our bodies are able to do, to move, to blink, to smile. These are the small things, and that is being truly abundant, to appreciate the smallest things that we have, even if there are so many issues that we are, riding those rough waves at any given moment in our life. It comes down to those moments when we just can stay so grounded and filled with humility just for being the humans that we are at the most basic level. So I think that's something that is an amazing reminder to all of us. And it's certainly just, wow. I was just thinking, wow, we have no problems in the world when we can smile and when we can blink virtually. It is just blessings from there. And anything that is in our path, blocking us, stopping us, or whatever, maybe it's a lesson that we need to learn. Maybe it's a protection. There is a silver lining with all of that. So if we can just focus on the smallest little things, and wow, what a blessing, Riz, that you came into this room. And welcome to the Positivity Vibe Tribe to share your life's journey, and also to be this incredible example of an abundance mindset. Even the struggle of health issues, that is truly to be abundant, to realize that we are truly abundant, even the smallest things that we have, the bodily functions that we have, and that we take for granted every day. As soon as we open our eyes and just spring into action each day, it's so easy for us to take for granted those things. So I want to go to some new speakers that I'm going to circle back, because I know that this has, there's a lot that we can talk about this abundance mindset, and you've all gotten very motivated. Okay, so Squiddy, what are your thoughts on abundance mindset?
Hi, Indra. How are you?
I am truly blessed being here in the space with you and everybody else.
Okay, I'll share my spiritual understanding on abundance, and that's all I've got, so I can share that only. So, if we understand this, that we live in a multiverse, and there are a lot of parallel realities that are going on at the same time, and just by shifting our frequency and going in a very positive state of mind, we can shift our reality. So we keep shifting between those parallel realities, and many people have this kind of a loop where they keep manifesting all the negative stuff. And I have been there, but now I've understood how that works. So with negative programming, connecting with negative people around us, and having a negative mindset, that puts us in a very low vibrational state. So we keep processing it again and again, and we keep having a negative outcome for whatever we are doing. We attract very negative people, situations, circumstances, and all that. And if this is possible, then one should think that it is also possible to have a very positive state of mind, and a very positive frequency, where you can have an infinite loop of having everything positive in your life. If the negative is possible, then why is it that we are not able to believe that the positive is also possible? So it's just by raising the frequency, thinking about the positive thoughts 24 hours and 7 days in a week, and gradually shifting out of the negative mindset and doing it continuously without having a drop down in your frequency in between, we can shift ourselves into a very positive reality, which will bring all the positive stuff, positive people, positive circumstances, and positive outcome to our situations. So it's basically a quantum entanglement. It may be a difficult word for some, but that's how it works. That when you strike a certain level of frequency, which is a very positive one, everything just entangles with that, and all the circumstances and everything changes. Even the people who were in a very negative mindset, they may approach you with a positive mindset now, just because of putting out that positive vibration.
I think that's a wonderful way of expressing it, and also identifying for ourselves when we are in that pattern. Often that is a great point, Squiddy, that you raised, is because sometimes if we don't give awareness to our thoughts at any given moment, and we don't do some self-reflection, some journaling, it's difficult to identify, well, why are all these things happening to me? And we certainly don't want to shift into a lower energy frequency. We want to stay at the higher frequency levels of emotions. We want to be in joy. We want to be in gratitude. We want to be thriving. We want to be enjoying our life. We want to feel blissful. We want to have lots of energy for ourselves and not feel that body heaviness. So I loved what you said about our thoughts. And when we can start to even just be aware of our thoughts, that is the point where we start to change things for ourselves. And we are the driver of our destiny and of our life. So we are able to lift ourselves up. And in turn, what that means is when we lift ourselves up with our energy, with our frequency, with our thoughts that resonate in our mind, we are lifting others up. And it is that simple. It is just this chain reaction that will happen. But it all starts from within us, from within you. So there are choices that we have to make. And also, Navi said it was going to be easy to sustain this on a daily basis. But I feel like the rewards are so exciting, and especially listening to everybody sharing here. So let's go to our next speaker, Tracy, and we are going to come back round to everybody. And I see that we have our special guest from yesterday, Izabella. So we're going to get to you very soon. Tracy, do you have an add-on for abundance mindset that you would like to share?
Yeah, I just had some questions actually, because I was wondering a bit about your background and what you've been up to, because I wondered how you sort of sustain your positivity when you're doing like a production or creating a film, and any kind of tips and tricks that you have.
Thanks so much, Tracy, for the question. And I feel like you'd be a prime candidate for my super followers just on that one question alone, because you're interested in the business and everything else, but also with the balance of understanding the positivity. So Tracy, there is no magic formula that I follow, but there are a lot of things that I do consciously, because it takes a long time. And I guess the thing is, the blessing that I've had is from the age of 5, even though I really didn't know what I was doing, I was learning how to meditate by watching my mother and asking her questions and doing things. But I guess the real consciousness of the spiritual journey would have arrived around 12 years of age, when I started to read, books about positivity. And so it's been a lifelong journey, to answer your question. And I don't want to take up too much time, but I'm going to share things along the way, because there's a lot of other speakers today. It's not about me, it's about the community. But what I do want to say is that it is a daily, it's like a daily thing that I like to do. And I have certain rituals, and I start in the morning. And with these things, time for self-care and nurturing, time away from social media. I try to do at least 30 minutes to an hour when I wake up, being away from glowing screens and doing other things like meditation, like prayers, like being in my garden, reading, doing some exercise, making sure I have a good breakfast. And so it's these things that start me off and build a resilience over the day. And then at the end of my day, I always do meditation and prayers, and then I also think about, and I also have, I have 2 journals. I have a gratitude journal and I have a regular journal, and I always write something in my gratitude journal at the end of the day. No matter, even if it's been a challenging day, working on my movie in development phase, things don't always go as we wish they would go, smooth sailing. It's part of life, and particularly in the entertainment business. So I always find gratitude in the day and look for the silver lining. So that's kind of a snapshot. But there is a lot more. And as I said, when in my super follows, private VIP club, that's going to be the place where we do some deep dives into some specific areas, and maybe even into some examples of certain projects that I've had, and all of combining, the journey of my positivity focus and the production and my producing career. So thank you so much for that question. I really appreciate it. Now, back to all of you. Okay. So let's go to Nino, and then Lance, and then Izabella. Nino.
Yes, how you doing? So I'm just multitasking right now on my couch, but something that Riz, first of all, Riz, you know what? You are special, and even though you've had that stroke and your setbacks, that, you know what, being in that positive state that you're in, I really appreciate that, and it just shows you that even if you have setbacks, there are things that you can control. And I wish you nothing but, great recovery. You resonated with me because my dad had a mild stroke before, and then he had a major one, and then he passed away. And I'm actually writing a story because what happened, if you go to my profile, my mom and I found a notepad from my dad. And it was all the notes that he put in. I bought him a computer, and he was able to go to like YouTube and look at old videos of where he was born and where we grew up in Switzerland and Italy. And when I got to the last page, which I didn't really disclose it, but I'm going to disclose it now. I got to the last page, and he wrote down mental, and there was a phone number. And I believe my dad was going through something where he wasn't able to share with his other three brothers because, the culture, being a man, the stigma is like you man up and you take care of it yourself. And it's one of my purposes in life is to let people know that you're not alone. And I'm writing a story where it's about us being rocks and asking for help. It's like you're picking up the pieces, putting yourself back together. And I just want people to know that even if you hit rock bottom, it's okay to hit rock bottom. But what's not okay is staying there and staying in the darkness. And maybe you don't have a supportive group around you just take that first step. Just reach out and you will find people there. But you need to do that first step and just surround yourself with positive people and manifest what you want to have change in your life because it's not going to happen by itself. It's like you manifest it, you visualize it, and trust me, you can get there. The mind is a very powerful thing. So I really just wanted to say, Riz, you really resonated with me. And I'm actually also looking for people when it comes to my book, if they wanted to share maybe a one pager of what they've gone through, but then also end it on a positive note. I already do have probably like 5 to 6 people that want to be part of this. And I'm not just doing it in spaces, I'm also doing it in real life. I have people in the real world that actually were like, well, Nino, I want to buy this book now. And I'm like, well, I'm still writing it. So it's like I get so much positive feedback. It's astonishing to me. It's like, wow, like maybe this is what people need. Someone like me who's 52. But I will, go down before I can because I can't go on and on. But I just wanted to say, Riz, thank you, and you resonated with me. Thank you.
Thanks so much, Nino. Okay, Izabella. Actually, we're going to go to Lance. Sorry, Lance. I know you have a quick add-on. Then we're going to Izabella.
Okay. Hi, everybody. Hi, Indra. I'm back. I want to say happy speedy recovery to Liz, and it's great stuff that Nino and the rest of the other speakers have been mentioning. And Pradeep, awesome. You're on an amazing journey. Keep up the great work. But what I was going to mention as an add-on to being within your own abundance bank is also when we are spiritually abundant in everything and anything that happens in our life that are sacred. We take all this because we are sacred beings. Every day is a blessing. So when we have all those blessings that are met, as in the smallest things that are met, as long as we have as long as we have a roof over our heads every day, and we're in gratitude, and we're staying that tapped in, tuned in, and turned on, then we get right into staying emotionally connected with our emotional intelligence as well. Not only is that positive, but it also keeps us where we want to be. So we also have that spiritual wealth as well. We only exist because of God's love. My mom says we only exist because of God's life and love. And I remember when I was a kid listening to Enigma, it would always remind us when we were listening to the songs on there. I remember it saying, "That's why we are here."
Wow, Lance, you went deep. I love it. I love the deepness,
Me
and
too.
I think that's the thing. What you mentioned, emotional intelligence, and I'm sure a lot of people have heard it in the room, but just basically at a very basic level, what Lance is talking about, that emotional intelligence level, is for us to have this self-awareness, to move beyond ourselves, right? And to have that self-awareness. That's not always the easiest thing to do at any given moment. But the ability to do that, it can be harnessed, and we can nurture this awareness, the self-awareness, and be able to move in that zone over time once we just discover the little things that are within our own power. And it's very empowering to have that self-awareness. So thank you very much for that point. And we're going to shift over to
Thank you, Indra.
Izabella. Thank you, Lance.
Okay.
Izabella, you have been listening to this beautiful tribe, this amazing community.
Yes,
Love to hear your thoughts.
It's absolute joy. I mean, just congratulations, well done to all the people who joined the space for the first time. And it's been really amazing. I was actually taking notes when everybody was speaking, so I wasn't just really rushing to say something. I just really wanted to take it in and embrace all the wisdom that people were sharing, and also their personal stories. Just a quick summary from my part and my thoughts. I love Lance's abundance bank concept. It's absolutely valuable, and I love the name of it. So it's sort of like a library of positive experiences that we can be grateful for. So to have this kind of a bank and library, just absolutely essential. And when we need it, we can always go into. And also, Lance just right now mentioned blessings. I would probably recommend a beautiful book, Count Your Blessings. Maybe many of you have read it already, by Dr. John DeMartini, but it's just something that teaches us a different aspect to see the blessings in everything that happens in our life. Not just only the good things, because often we are grateful and happy when something good is happening, but to see really the goodness and positivity if something happens not exactly in the way we would have wished for or expected for. So I think that's really very valuable. And I love Nino's story. Nino, for the first time in 23 years, you are right now at the crossroads to find a new path in your life. And I was just thinking, gosh, I've been there. Not that I lost the job, but I just found myself at crossroads, and I didn't know what to do with my career, with my job, after I had my own health challenges. And I think when that happened to ago to my son, and I said, well, listen, why don't you just sit down and write down everything that you would love to have in a new job, and what would be your ideal job that you would like to do, and also think about your experiences, of your gift that you can still offer to the world, to any new opportunity that might come around. And somehow that unblocked any form of resistance, and the jobs, they start to fly into his life, and he's very happy. So I don't know if that's of any help, but I know that feeling grateful and finding the blessing, what's good about the situation, writing down those positive aspects, it's always very, very valuable. And I completely love Reese's story. I mean, she touched the most probably important thing in life, how to be grateful for the little things. And why not, it's important not to take things for granted. Now, we probably sometimes don't understand even what does it mean not to take things for granted. I mean, the way I understand right now is that the minute I'm not grateful for something, it means I'm actually ungrateful. So if I don't praise something that I've got, it means I'm just taking this for granted. So I also have my gratitude journal, and in my journal, I'm just writing those things that I'm grateful for the eyes that I've got, because thanks to them, I can see the beauty around me. I can read, I can write, I'm kind of independent around the world, and I just feel abundance, and I can see the abundance of the universe. I'm grateful for my legs, for my heart, because it just keeps me alive. So I've learned to be grateful and write those things in my journal, gratitude journal, every day. This is kind of an exercise that reinforces your appreciation for everything that you've got. Because the minute you don't mention it, you are kind of not thinking about it. And if you're not thinking about it, you're kind of neglecting this a little bit. And if you're neglecting it, you're a little bit ungrateful because you are not appreciating it. I don't know if that makes any sense, but it's kind of my logic behind that. So I love that that you've learned right now. And it is much harder to feel grateful about the health when we feel we lost it in some form. And that's why it's so vital to praise and appreciate every aspect of your health and well-being once you still have it. And in your relationships, in anything you do in life, the more you kind of learn to appreciate it and feel the love in everything, the positivity in everything. This is what creates the abundance life. And this what created this, I think it was Squiddy was talking about this frequency. Your thoughts, every thought has a frequency that it vibrates with, and the higher level of frequency, the more abundance you actually generate for yourself. You tap into this ultimate state of abundance, love, and well-being, and that's what will come to you. And I'm just really loving every person who talked to Babu and Pradeep. Oh my goodness, Pradeep, you are a blessing. And Tracy, brilliant question for Indra that finally opened up her talk a bit more about herself beyond her information that she always puts up in front at the beginning. So I love that. I'm so blessed and grateful to be part of this community, and grateful that I was invited to be a speaker a few times already. So I'll be now listening. Thank you so much.
Wow, Izabella, thank you for acknowledging all these beautiful people in this community and all the sharing that has been happening here. Now, this is, I love this because yesterday you were in the spotlight and you were talking about your interpretation of abundance mindset. And today is the day that we honor our community in the space. And yes, I didn't want to talk too much about myself because this is a community space, because I want to hear more about everybody else's thoughts on abundance and highlight you guys, because this is your community. And so thank you so much, Izabella, for highlighting the people in this space. Truly, it is amazing that you guys are here and sharing all that you share. Okay, so we are going to go through some quick add-ons from everybody, because we do have to get to closing this space we do have a 10:30 Pacific time or 1:30 Eastern Standard Time over on LinkedIn Audio. The Positivity Vibe Tribe is going to LinkedIn Audio today for a show, and it's the second show over there. So you guys are also welcome. Just look me up by name, connect with me over there, and you're going to see that it's going to go live at the 1:30 mark Eastern Standard Time, 10:30 Pacific Standard Time. So that's why we can also take this conversation for some of the people. Oh, I'm so grateful to all of the people that are lining up to speak. But if we don't have enough time, please join us over there, because we will definitely want to get to you all and hear your thoughts, because this is a community essence space about abundance mindset. And what an abundance community it is. I want you to look around on the space at all these beautiful people, at all the wonderful people here. These are all the abundance-minded people, all the people around you in your community that think about positivity, that are all striving for the same things that you are. So I just want to highlight that, everybody, that it is really important to nurture your community. And I thank you for all the beautiful things that you're posting in that community. Okay, so let's do a quick summary. Actually, we haven't heard from Donna. So Donna, welcome to the Positivity Vibe Tribe space. What are your thoughts on abundance mindset you'd like to share?
Hi, this is my first time actually speaking here. I've been in some of your spaces before, and I just really enjoy the conversations that you guys have. Real quick, I just wanted to build on something that Izabella was saying. I personally believe, like, I've done a lot of research on this, and I like scientific proof. I'm one of those people that if I can find some kind of proof that something works, it just makes me logically think that it's something that I want to do. So I've come to a belief system that thoughts create your moods, moods create your personality, and then your personality creates your personal reality. And there's science behind this in neuroplasticity that our brains don't see negatives. They just see a picture of what we think of. So there are cells in our brains that are like, if you think of your brain as a garden, there are cells in your brain that will they speed up the connection to make things grow, and then we have other cells that prune. And what they'll do is they'll prune the thoughts that you don't think about. If you're not like neurons that fire together will wire together. So the more you think about something, it makes a stronger connection in your brain. So if you constantly think of negative things, that's going to be a really strong connection in your brain, so that your chemical reactions to those thoughts will come. Dopamine, serotonin, and all those, endorphins and things like that will be released when you think about those things. So there's a real physical reason why we should focus on abundance and positivity, because the more we do that, the more those neurons get stronger and stronger. And then the negative thoughts will go away, and your body will no longer have the chemical reactions to those thoughts the negative reactions, and they'll start to have the chemical reactions to the positive reactions. And then, of course, that changes your whole state of being. And then when your state of being is changed, your life can change, because now your body is, there's such a big mind-body connection that I think that people don't really think about that. And sometimes when we're in these spaces, like, other people look in and go, well, you can't just think your way to something, but you actually can. Like, there's science behind it. So I just wanted to share that, because I know some people just think, why should I do this? Is it just a practice of what I'm thinking? But your thoughts have so much power to your actual physical being. So I just wanted to share that.
That was amazing, Donna. Thank you so much. And for those people that don't realize how powerful our thoughts can be, I think this is a really great point to add into abundance mindset. But Buddha is always talking about thoughts become things. So you've just explained a great simple layout of how our minds work, how our brains operate, and the thoughts become emotions and things and manifest into everything. So I love the process that you took. Thank you so much, because I think it brings awareness when we hear these things broken down. So you broke down the process, and to summarize it, I just love thoughts become things. The simple concept of our thoughts creating our reality and all that we can manifest, whether we manifest the good or the bad. Where does it stem from? That's when we really have to look within, and that's why it is so worth it every day to invest in yourself and to do the work that one requires in order to do that. So we're going to, we have one more speaker here, Keerti. We're going to go to Keerti because we haven't heard from you as yet. Welcome to the Positivity Vibe Tribe space. And we are getting to the end of this amazing conversation. What are your thoughts on abundance mindset?
Hi, Indra. Thank you. I understand this paucity of time and I see raised hands still. So I'll try to keep it short. So I remember Tracy was asking about any tips or tricks in creating this abundance mindset. So I would like to share 2 or 3, I guess, tricks that I use to, I'm sort of a beginner level. I'm trying to create this abundance mindset and this thought process for me. So 2, 3 things that I do. So one is, we all get negative thoughts time and again, self-limiting beliefs, blockages. So every negative thought that I get, I try to counter it with at least 2 positives. So, that as you said, that, thoughts become things. I personally believe in this entire journey of thoughts become things, and it all starts with a thought. So I try to counter it with at least 2 positives, and then I write anything negative that I get. So even, writing it down, even that is liberating for me. And then again, once I have written down the whatever negative it was there, I again write down and end it on a positive note. So whatever counter or steps, and sometimes, while writing through the process, we come across the solution itself. And then multiple times a day, I say thank you. Thank you for saving me from traffic. Thank you that I got to see those birds fly around. So, I mean, even for little things, I say thank you multiple times a day, just out to the universe. Um, and then this one thing that I've recently started. So, I was sort of troubled for some reason. So, while sleeping, I was not able to sleep. So I, just opened up my arms out to the universe and then, said out loud, I welcome positivity into my life. I welcome abundance into my life. I welcome positive vibes. And then I send out the positive vibes as well all around. So, I mean, just some, brief trips that I follow, beginner level, of course, but maybe, if anybody would like to do these. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Keerti. I think you just did a really nice summary of a lot of different points people have said in the room, but you put them together very concisely. So thank you. Because I think we often, sometimes we don't even know what to do with our negative thoughts. And they are natural because it's like the fight or flight thing. So it is natural to have more negative thoughts, but over time, as we train our minds and as we bring ourselves to the awareness, they become less and less. And you find that you notice, like when you do have a negative thought, wow, it's been a long time since I've that was a while. But then you also know the course to correct it. So I love that. Pradeep, do you have some quick wrap-up thoughts as we start to wrap things up?
Yeah, it's very interesting conversation going on, and now you want to wrap it up. But anyway, what Donna has said and what Keerti has said makes so much of sense, because if you are negative, you won't sleep well. What Donna has said, exactly the same thing, that your body's certain glands will not function and your digestive systems and your sleep will go haywire. This is the beginning of the problem. Once you are on the right track, now that is the most difficult part, because what the psychologists, psychiatrists, what they do is those glands, whatever they secrete, some certain enzymes are secreted by these glands. If you are happy, if you are not happy, if you are not normal, what happens? Those glands doesn't work. So what they do, these enzymes, they put it into your body from outside, and that's the entire thing. And this catch-22 situation, where to start, that is the key. And first thing I feel is, again, accept the truth is first, and second, live in present. If you think of the past, that this is what happened to me, this I lack, this that didn't happen to me, you are in trouble. And if you think about the future also, that okay, I'm supposed to do this, if I can't do this, I'm not okay, that both the problems you will have to first, initially, to begin with, live in present, and that will change everything. And secondly, what you had said, Indra, about yourself, even I have undergone bypass surgery. I was asthma patient. I had so many other cervical spondylitis. I got through all these, And even after my heart operation, doctor said it became 25% ejection fraction rate of the heart. And I was singing song on the stretcher when they were taking me. I said, never mind, I'm going. If I survive, it's okay. And I was writing poetry. So that's the kind of thought process. Accept the truth to that extent will change everything. There was one experiment that in a room there were clocks with the pendulum. One pendulum was shaken and the room was closed. And then they opened it after a month. All the pendulums in the clock, they were moving. How this happened? Because the positive vibes in somebody will help others also. So if somebody is becoming mad or somebody is having psychological problem, he is not the only one who is responsible. The entire society is responsible for that, because somewhere that connection was lost. And you can change to the other extreme also. If that someone wants to change the world, he can also change, like I told you, the experiment. And that's exactly when I learned. I said, I have to do whatever I have to do. And I accepted people and I started giving love. And that was the beginning of that big change in my life. So many people are undergoing all through what Keerti had just said, what Donna had just said. Once you accept life and accept the truth, and you have to do, yes, even the physical side of the problem is you have to do yoga, pranayam, walk, whatever. That is the physiological side. The psychological side is what you are doing now, or otherwise you have to make friends, you have to communicate with people, and then love them, accept them, see how that will bring change in you. You will sleep well, you will eat well, and things will be much better for you. That abundance in your life can change everything. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Pradeep. Some wonderful things that you shared also as part of our discussions here in the community space on abundance mindset. Truly, thank you for summarizing also some of the wonderful things that have been said by the other community members. This is the wonderful thing about having a sense of community, is the people that speak in here, you're all supporting each other. It's like I don't have to do much, and that's why I don't want to talk too much about myself. And I just got some lovely DMs. Thank you so much from everybody saying that they would love to hear more. And thank you to those people who also are super following me. Just so much gratitude. This is a time where I have to be so thankful and appreciate those people that are super following me, and we are going to have a lot of fun in those spaces where, yes, I will talk more about myself then, and not highlight all of you in the community. So, wow, what an incredible space it has been. And we are going to be heading over to LinkedIn just for all the new people in the space. I do want to highlight one of the people that we usually just pick a random person in the space who's tweeted out the space. And this week, the person is Keep It Real. And their Twitter handle is @KeepItReal365. Love it. And what's on their profile reads, if you can read this, hello, and I hope you have a great day. #never give up. So that is amazing. Thank you so much for retweeting out this space and sharing it. And thank you for the lovely comments that you wrote with the retweet. And this is just something that we love to do, to highlight some of the people that are retweeting the space. We really appreciate you. It's just a small way of us saying thank you. What a incredible conversation it's been on abundance mindset, particularly when you think about it. This term abundance mindset has only been around, from around 1989 with one of the authors, Stephen Covey, the books of who wrote The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, where he actually went into describing what abundance mindset are. And there's many other books, but he was one of the early pioneers of abundance mindset. So we really have been gifted with this term of what this really is. So super, super excited about this idea of abundance mindset, and just loved hearing all of your input. And thank you to the new members that came up, the new faces and voices in this community. I can't tell you how it warms my heart to hear the new voices, to hear you sharing. And we've all been learning from each other. I've learned so much on this journey just by hearing the things, and really practical and applicable reminders that we all need in our life. I certainly wrote some notes to think about and to remind myself about that I constantly need, because I'm on this journey with you, everybody. I'm constantly learning, and that's what I do like to share in my YouTube videos, is my journey. So that is certainly something that I love to share. As I learn, I love to share it with you guys. So let's do one last trip up to the nest, which is the dots above Ron and Izabella's head, which is the first thing up there is, of course, the exciting announcement about having the exclusive Super Followers VIP Club, which is a monthly paid subscription for exclusive content that'll be first released on all of my video content, be it long format, short format, you name it. You guys are going to get it first. And then the exclusive VIP club spaces, where you're actually going to hear a lot more about me and my journey in general. There's also going to be an Ask Me Anything time, where everything is up for grabs for you to ask about, whether it be my modeling, my TV hosting, my producing, my journey in the spirituality area. And then also, I'm going to bring in some amazing people from the entertainment business that I work with on a regular basis. And these people are studio level people working in the studios. So we are going to have so much fun in the Super Followers spaces as well. And special thank you to the people that super followed me from this space. Oh my gosh, I am so full of gratitude and excited to launch our first space, which will be coming up, I would say, in about a week or less. And I will certainly coordinate with all of you in a Super Follower exclusive DM group that we have as well. So much content is going to be shared, and I'm excited. Thank you. The next thing up in the nest is the very important thing. Thank you to our sponsors at Wordsmith Pakistan. Wow, we are so blessed to have your beautiful content and all that you do. A great example is the wonderful flyer for this show. Wow, truly beautiful. And if you need some help with your content creation, check out the contact information for Wordsmith Pakistan. Next is my YouTube show on abundance mindset. It's under 10 minutes, but you will surely get my take on abundance mindset, and love to hear your comments. And please subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't already, because it is still humble beginnings with my YouTube journey. And also, I just love to get your comments. Oh my gosh, so many people in this space write comments. Thank you, Lance and Karen, Ron, Dr. M, all these people in this space that write. I'm going to miss people. I know I've missed people in the space that actually write beautiful comments and feedback about my YouTube videos. And I can't tell you how much gratitude that brings to me every single time. Wow, what an amazing space this truly has been. And as I mentioned, guys, we are heading over to LinkedIn, because this Abundance Week is not stopping. And I know Izabella is going to be over there. So I can't wait to see the rest of you over in the LinkedIn live audio space. So just connect with me under my name, Indra Bartona, and head over there as soon as we close this space. What an amazing space this has been. I'm so full of gratitude, and it has been so exciting getting to know you guys, hearing your voices, hearing your story, bringing your energy to this space to inspire others and to teach us. Wow, I've learned so much. Secondly, I'd love to thank our amazing co-hosts, Dr. M and Rev. Appreciate all that you do. And thank you to our community moderator, Ron. And thank you to the requests for people that have sent me to join our community as moderators. I'm very excited. I'm collecting your names, and I will be following up with you guys. So thank you so much for responding. I appreciate the wonderful speakers that have come forward today and shared their wisdom, and also especially the first timers in this space. Wow, so much excitement. Love you all. Again, we will be back in the Twitter space Monday evening at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time with more positivity vibe tribe. Yes, we will be back, and in the meantime, see you all over on LinkedIn. I am sending you love, light, and blessings. Until next time.